faulty fucking recorder. Oh yeah, we're recording, dog. I'm going off on road. That I was gonna be held down, bruh. That the podcast wasn't gonna be happening. Well, here, let me tell you something, roadcaster. To all them and my haters, you thought wrong, bruh. You thought wrong. You can't hold us down. No matter how hard they try, they can't stop us now. We're here, man. We're back. I got my man in the building. He's here. Brandon Waters, ladies and gentlemen. Jacob Cease.
What's up?
In the building.
Yeah,
come on now.
Baby. Thanks
Stop
for being
playing
here.
with us.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for having me. It's fucking good. I'm sorry my voice is ragged. I'm coming off a victory week.
See, that's what I like to do.
I've been screaming nonstop.
I don't want to give Brandon
I've been on a
to speak,
bender.
He sounds like he's been taking dick in the throat for about 3 weeks nonstop, dog. Congratulations, man. For people who don't know, Brandon won his fight recently.
Hey,
man.
thank you.
Wow.
Now I got a win in the win column as a
pro?
professional.
Are you kidding me? You know how hard that is to do.
Coming off of 2 losses, I don't like to lose a whole lot, let alone 2 in a row.
What's it?
So I lost my last amateur fight. I lost, and then I lost my first pro on a decision, and then this one we came away with a split decision win, which surprised a lot of people, but. And you can say what you want about it, but I'm happy with how it turned out, man. It was a crazy fight up in Greenville, South Carolina. Shout out to Southeast K1 Championship, Raul, Dynamite Kickboxing. We put on a great card. It was the first card for this promotion, and it was in the Spinning Jenny Theater. It was really, really cool theater. Jacob Cease was there. It was like it was like a small community theater, like vintage couches out and
holy shit,
kind of low ceilings, and it was definitely like you could tell they put on plays and stuff like that. I think the week after we left, they had a little people professional wrestling, a small people professional wrestling, and I'm sad I didn't get to see it.
Can we stop right there real quick?
Go ahead.
Speaking of small people professional wrestling, I don't know if they call it midget wrestling
little
or not,
people.
but bruh, let me tell you something. A normal sized person jumped into the little people pro wrestling match the other day, bruh. They jumped him so fast, dog. The little people got with it, bruh. I didn't know they had mad squabbles beat.
Hey, man, martial arts is for everybody,
They beat the shit out of him, dog. They showed his face afterwards, black eye, bloody lip. Are you kidding me? They came into the wrestling match ready to box.
Bro, he started with he's like, who did that to you? And they're like,
like
this one.
He came out of nowhere. He's all pointing down and shit, dog. No way. For you, your fight, whenever you fight, it's different. I get worried like a parent because at this point in time, we've been doing this for so long. Yeah. Fighting is it's the same thing as if I'm gonna do it, but I care more about when my teammates fight than when I fight.
Oh, it's so watching my
weird?
homies fight. I have like panic attacks.
Yep.
When I'm in there, it's like I know what to do with myself. I'm in control. But yeah, watching your friends fight is a whole nother thing.
When you fight out of state, I'm always like, fuck, man, I gotta wait an extra day to find the reel and find the fight. So I watched the fight. I watched it 3 times, and as I was watching it, I gave you rounds 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Rounds 1 and 2. I thought that the decision was clearly yours.
A lot of people thought either 1 or 2 would have been like a 10-8 round.
Yeah,
because a couple of times I threw knees through him that like completely bent him out.
If you turn around in the fight, that's a 10-8 round.
He turned around.
I'm just saying. At any point in time, if you turn around and give your back in a fucking Muay Thai fight, it should be a 10-8
round.
It was
stopped.
If you haven't seen the fight, I landed a real nice left knee, and he keels over and then turns his back and runs away from me, and I had to run him down. There were some not just unanswered strikes, but strikes where he fully was full guard down, fully done for a second. It didn't get an 8 count, so maybe not a 10-8 round, but I had a couple people that I look up to and respect. Shout out Omar Lee. Messaged me. He was like, I can't believe they called that a split decision. Like, you had at least one 10-8 round.
I didn't have it as a split
He won the
decision.
3rd round.
He did win the third.
He had the 3rd round on points for sure, but I think 1st and 2nd were pretty handedly mine, and then one of those rounds I think could easily have been a 10-8 round, but we came out with a decision, and I'm happy with it, man. It was,
you should be happy, man.
It was really crazy watching the film, because you know how it is when you get out of a fight. A lot of times you have no idea what happened, because you're just reacting and you're just doing kind of what you're programmed to do. And after that, I really had no clue what went down.
Got you.
Going back and watching the video, I saw so much of the programming that me and Vince worked on in the gym, day in, day out, week in, week out. I saw so much of the defense was there. I've been like super focused on the hand placement. Like when I'm done with the striking, like the hand placement has to be good. Mm-hmm. That way I can cover from a counter and I can counter right away without getting caught here.
This is probably the wrong time to tell you your hand placement pissed me off.
Later when I got tired. I didn't want to
stop him. I was like, don't stop him. He's on a roll, bruh.
Sometimes you gotta hands down it. Sometimes you gotta do that. But a lot of the times it was there. All right, half the time maybe if I'm lucky, but it was there more than it has been in the past because my defense and my guard has been something that I've struggled with. I've just gotten complacent and lazy over the years, but you don't get to do that when you have a guy like Vince holding pads for you.
Correct.
You definitely don't get to do that when you have sparring partners like you do at Kaizen. Like they're gonna check your hand placement.
That's the problem is that when so I tell this to people all the time, man. Because sparring is open to anybody. And we don't ever really charge people a mat fee.
It's open to anyone.
I sent you the Wi-Fi password.
It's open to anyone as long as they have sparred before and they have a few hours under their belt. We've had a few people show up to sparring that like have never put on shin pads before or have never sparred before, and we're glad that you guys are here. Like we want you to be here, but sparring is not. This should not be your intro to martial arts.
Positive-minded individual who's had a few street fights that luckily went in their favor.
No.
Please don't show up to sparring if you don't come to class.
No,
how about that?
Yeah.
How about go to practice?
You gotta have a little bit of fundamentals.
Oh my God.
And even if on that same note, like people that have been training for a little while that are intimidated by sparring, we want you to come and we'll pair you up with someone that we know. It's going to be conducive to training. Yeah. No one's going to get hurt. No one's going to be like, banged up, bruised up, or freaking knocked out or something like that. But we've
That's
had
a lie. It's a lie because
it's open.
He's lying to you. Now Brandon's starting to lie because here's the problem. If you show up and you don't have the same type of preparation that is necessary to go into sparring, you could end up beat up, banged up, and knocked out. And that's not because the person that you're sparring is trying to beat you up, bang you up, or knock you out. It's simply because sparring is supposed to be where I find out if those drills that I'm doing actually work. If you decide to take that drilling pace that I'm going on and run it live,
it's the exam at the end of
hey, man, I'm going to hit as hard as I get hit, brother. I don't ever go into sparring with the intention to get knocked out. As a matter of fact, I tell people every single time before the round starts, hey, man, please don't knock me out. Please don't knock me out is the
Let's get some
those are the words that anybody who has sparred with me can guarantee I've said to you before. And I'm not trying to hustle you. I've been knocked out in sparring before. I don't want to.
That's a big difference
it happen
between
again.
What we do and what the more jiu-jitsu fighters do. When you're rolling with people, like you get to a certain point where you can tap or you can verbally tap whatever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times where it's like you're under fire and striking sparring and you can take a knee or you can do whatever, but a lot of times it gets like so heated and emotional with the newer people that it's.
Can I give you a couple of the mental notes I had for you?
Yes,
off
please,
of your fight,
please,
man.
please.
I waited because I was telling you before. I don't like to message people online leading up to the fight. So fight week, especially weigh-in fight day, and then the first 48 hours after fight, you're probably not going to hear from me. If I didn't tell you everything you needed to know going into a fight already, then I probably haven't been a solid teammate. If I didn't give you my well wishes and my expectations,
and that's well thought of you, and that's something that only like someone who trains, someone who's fought
100%.
That's super wise.
After you win or lose, nothing I say is gonna make that decision any different.
The opposite of that is the guys like. And I know a lot of people listening can probably relate to this because we're going to reach out to mostly martial artists anyways. But like, it's so exhausting when you're coming up to fight week, people asking you if you're ready, people asking you how's your weight, are you ready, blah, blah, blah. It's like, bro, if I'm not ready, I'm dead. Like, of course I'm ready. You wouldn't ask Israel Adesanya if he was ready for his fight.
And you know what the fucked up part is? They still do. At that level, they ask him,
what I like
are you ready?
The other
How
fighters,
do you feel?
What I ask, young Steve-O or RJ or Shane or the guys from the gym, I'm like, you ready to fuck someone up? You ready to fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say anything to them that can make them question themselves or anything like that. Like, I need you to, man, I want you to believe in yourself and your training and your training partners and your coaching and your background.
100%.
You need to build that like mental tenacity because there can't be any doubt. You have to have like
Jacob, can you shut that door real quick? I'm sorry to cut you off.
It's okay.
My bad.
You have to have the utmost like freaking mental fortitude and confidence. You know, it can't be like, you know, if I do this, if I do that.
No.
When I win.
I'll tell you what,
when
though.
I do this.
One thing I'll give you a compliment sandwich. One thing that I did see that it just made me so proud as your teammate is confidence oozing out of your pores. You ever been able to look at a picture of somebody and then in your mind play out what was taking place in real time? There's a picture of you walking and probably sealing the ring where somebody made you laugh or smile, and I was like, ooh, that's a bad day.
Was it from this last fight?
Yeah, it's from this.
Oh yeah, Mr.
I paid attention.
Jacob Cease right here took that picture. Yeah.
Jacob took this photo of Brandon. First of all, every single photo that you took that night was fire. It's fire as fuck. And Brandon is smiling and laughing right before he's about to do battle with somebody with no shin guards, no headgear.
Do you want to know who I looked at when I found out? Because I posted it. Yeah. Because really, it's like one of my favorite pictures of my entire career. So shout out Jacob Cease at Jacob Cease SEACE on Instagram. Shout out to him. It's a crazy moment, man, because you're walking out, you're getting into the ring, and you. Of course, there's like so much stuff going down in your mind. And then I looked over and I didn't know if he was there or not. And I knew that he was driving from like 3 hours away. I didn't know if he was going to make it, but Daniel Savage.
No way.
I saw him
for the first time?
Yeah, I saw him for the first time that night. I saw him out in the corner.
For the people who don't know, Daniel Savage, the legend that is Daniel, man. That's our teammate since 2018.
Our boy, real American hero.
Yes, sir.
Captain America.
I talk about Captain America for sure. I talk about getting knocked out in sparring a lot. It's only one person in this world who's been able to do it, who's been able to land that shot, and it is Daniel Savage. That man sent your boy to Wakanda.
He sat and got tattooed for like 4 or 5 hours, maybe more, and then drove 3 or 4 hours to get to where were we?
I recognize the new ink too.
Yeah.
Did he get? It was a sleeve.
Yeah, he fully finished his sleeve.
That's crazy.
In like 2 sittings between 2 days.
That's insane.
Which I've never done that. I've never gotten tattooed and then went back the next day and
that's
the same thing worked.
You ever hear about people who do that shit?
So
and to them they
it's like because like I know a lot of people that like if you fly in for something like you're like going to that artist and shit. It's like you don't have like you let me stay here for another week, you know, like then we'll start. It's like I know a couple dudes that have gone to
they don't make enough lidocaine for me.
The
homeboy.
longest I ever sat was maybe 5.5, 6 hours.
Yeah,
and at 5 hours, like I was pretty done.
I've
like,
sat
your body's done.
I tell whenever I'm working with new artists that I haven't worked before, I'm like, listen, like I'm gonna do my best but at 5 hours, I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin, dude.
Hey, man,
it's gonna be like Cinderella. I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin, and I don't care where you're at. I want you to wrap it up, like the fucking Chappelle bit. Wrap that shit up, B. Like I gotta get out of here. Bro.
I downplay my level of masculinity so much throughout every tattoo consultation. So if we meet and you've never tattooed me before, I just want to let you know that I'm a bitch. I don't care if I've been in the Marine Corps. I don't care if I'm a Muay Thai. I am a bitch.
It's a different pain.
Because if I'm gonna get tattooed by you, you're guaranteed to see a couple things out of me. You're gonna learn about my childhood, and you're gonna see me cry. And it's not gonna be because of my childhood.
Here's a fun one. What's the longest you guys have sat?
8 hours.
8 hours.
What did you get for? Was that a whole sleeve?
My whole half sleeve. I did a chest plate in my first half sleeve.
One session?
One session.
I did 5.
They tattooed
the chest panel,
underneath my nipple into my armpit. And so we shaded. Yeah, we shaded everything except for the bottom half of the sleeve, and it was just. By the time I was young, I was in the Marine Corps. I was probably 19 still when I did that piece, and it was just so.
What's the longest you had sat before that?
Unbelievably painful. I probably that's a long time, dude. 4 hours for my first tattoo.
That's a good piece.
On my spine. Yeah, that was bad.
What about you, Jacob?
5 for like hours. The lining out of my whole chest.
Yeah,
and like that was a cover up. So like he had to like just
what was
carve.
Fuck you.
The listeners don't know, but
they don't know.
Sick,
they don't know he's got he's chest piece, legs, kneecap tattoos.
When I was
wait to hear this, by the way.
When I was a young lad, I thought 18 for sure 18. I got the traditional 2 stags connected, like running into and like headbutting on the sun. But like I knew it was gonna be fucked up because
wait, how old were you?
18.
Okay.
I got one at a time. So I came in because there's never any way that you're gonna get it symmetrical like and like.
Did he stencil it or did he draw it?
He drew it and then like he like pretty much just replicated it and like mirrored it, and then he was like getting ready to print it out, and he was like, I think I remember the print size that we did this.
Oh no!
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Anytime
he's trying to shrink
the tattoo
it
artist says,
blow it
like,
up 110%.
He's like, that looks about right.
Oh
and so like this
God,
one was like
dude.
3 or 4% smaller, and then it was like angled up a little
Dude,
bit.
I knew my sakyan, my Thai sakyan.
Yeah.
I was worried about that because it's just hand drawn on, right?
Yeah.
But Ajarn in Thai means like, you know, professor, teacher, coach. It's like, you know, there's crew, and Ajarn is almost like
a crew of tattooing.
Well, you'll hear Ajarn use. It's almost like a higher version of teacher, you know. And in this case, Ajarn me, he's like he's a holy man. He's like a real monk, and that's who you're supposed to get to do your sakya, not just like a regular. Not to demean it, but like a normal.
No. Say there's levels to everything. There's levels to tattooing.
It's supposed to be someone who is blessed as a Buddhist monk and who, you know, lives the path. And so he was doing it, and he took like a stamp book, right? And he had a protractor. He like dipped the protractor into the stamp ink, and then, you know, lined up my chest and put basically protractor
Did
marks.
he tap that in, or was that traditional?
Yeah, this is
no way. So does it hurt worse than a tattoo?
People ask me that all the time.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I think it's the same amount.
Fuck Angelina Jolie then with them fucking Thai tattoos on her back. Listen, she's the reason why I don't want to get tapped.
Don't talk about my lady like that. First of all,
I said what I said. She's not that fine. I said it.
First of all, chill out. First of all, let's edit that out, young Jacob, because
we're not editing shit. We not editing shit. We running this straight from camera.
For real?
Yeah. What?
Come on.
What?
Dude. Fuck out of
What?
here. You're just trying to be controversial.
Overrated.
I just saw the Eternals. And I was just like, she doesn't age.
She doesn't age.
She doesn't age.
She's the female Keanu Reeves.
Oh my God.
I'm
sorry. She's the first white that didn't crack.
No, I would say, all right. So it's off-putting because when you get tattooed, as you guys know, you can watch your artist and you can kind of watch them get into the rhythm, and you see them dip the ink, and you see them put their foot on the pedal, and you know when it's going to touch you, and it makes a sound.
Yeah.
We get used to the sound.
Yeah.
With the
there's no sound.
With the traditional like the stick and poke or the tap method, they're just on you and they're going, and it really doesn't hurt any more than a normal tattoo. It's just a different rhythm. It's a different pace. And there's no sound, and the sound and the actual feel of it is just very different. You know, with a traditional tattoo, it feels like I've heard people call it like it's like hot. Yeah. It's like hot. It's like, how do you describe it?
I say that like the lines feel like a big hot cat scratch.
Yeah.
Continuous hat scratch.
Yeah.
And then like the shading just feels kind of like someone just got like a sticker, and it's just kind of like But that's how I've always kind of felt it.
But again, you can hear it.
It's so much worse than that, people. I'm sorry. This is a guy who has tattoos on both of his kneecaps telling you that it feels like a sticker. It doesn't feel like a sticker, Jacob. It doesn't. It feels like a sandpaper. If there's sticker on the back of the sandpaper, then it feels like that kind of sticker.
I don't know about you guys.
Look at him, though. But look at him. You're going to listen to this guy about tattoos and it not hurting? I believe you.
Handsome, bro.
How about I believe you?
I didn't
How about that? For you, I believe it doesn't hurt.
The last one
we experience things differently.
Oh my God.
We
experience things differently.
I actually had to have my girl count them all up because I didn't know. It's 25th.
Is that all she was counting, Jacob?
Hey.
She out here counting inches, bro?
Hey. All right.
3.
There's more in inches. But I'm just saying.
I don't know about you guys, but like I have some friends that don't have any tattoos, and you know, when you're hanging out with people that don't, they're gonna bring yours up sometimes because it's like, you know, it's not an experience that they know about, and they're always like, most times they're always like, you know, I'm thinking about getting this, thinking about getting that, and I just shake them off. I'm like, don't get tattooed. Don't do it. Just stay how you are. You're fine how you are. If something strikes you that you like have to do it, think about it, sleep on it for a little while, and then.
But that's their first mistake is telling people
that
you were going to get tattooed, because I don't do. Look, man, it's like any other major decision I make in life. I ain't telling anybody until after I've made the decision. I'd rather ask for your opinion or forgiveness after I've already done it, as opposed to asking for your approval. If I would have told most people, yeah, the black guy is going to want to get a bunch of tribal tattoos, most of y'all would have told me, A, it's not going to show up, and B, you're wild for doing it. Excuse me?
No, I have.
Do you know how many people told me that I wouldn't be able to have tattoos?
I have
that would
tons
be
of
visible?
black friend that has a tattoo.
For years, I went up to people and asked them, hey, do you think that my tattoos will be able to be seen? They called me Tyrese.
Oh, yeah.
They called me Tyrese.
Yeah, but did these people know anything about tattoo culture?
Probably not. They were white and from Florida, so I would assume.
I grew up in the fucking Jacksonville hardcore scene, and I had tons of black friends that a couple of black friends that had that were sleeved up. You know what I mean?
Hey, did you hear that?
I had a ton of black friends.
I had one black friend.
I had so many black friends.
I had one black friend. He was imaginary, but in my mind, he was black.
No, man. Like, and I have friends that are darker skinned than you, darker complexion than you,
and then got tattoos.
They're sleeved the fuck up.
And they got fucking tattoos.
Yeah.
And people told me for years that if I got tattoos, that they wouldn't be able to be visible. Man, I'm so eager to take my goddamn shirt off any opportunity I get.
There's technique to
in
it,
my
just
mind,
like
I'm
anything.
whiz. Fuck y'all. Leave me alone.
I mean, I am not an artist at all, but
Yes,
I'm lucky enough to have like badass tattoo artist friends. Shout out Matt Nelson. Shout out William Buenavista. Shout out to, like so many of my homies, you know, that have been doing it for years. And there's from what I understand, from what they've told me, is like there's a way to like use different shades and use different inks, throw whites in there and mix inks with whites and like really make things pop
100%.
on darker skins.
100%.
That's fucking crazy.
I've had a couple of my black friends like ask me about like, you know, because like when you just have a lot of tattoos, you're just a source of information to ask about tattoos.
Facts.
But it's like the number one thing I will say.
Can black people get color?
They can, but whatever artist you're gonna go to, look at their page, and if you just see me, don't go.
It's like you wouldn't go to a barber. You wouldn't go to the barber that only works on white hair.
Hey man, listen, I hate to break it to you, tattoo artists in California. There's not many black people in San Diego. There's not many. So when I show up to San Clemente, all right, and try to go get tattooed, homeboy doesn't have much experience tattooing me. He doesn't, man. And I've got scar tissue on certain of my tattoos. My nose of my Poseidon has scar tissue on it because he didn't understand tattooing black skin. I go back after it's healed. I show him the scar tissue. I tell him, hey, man, just wanted to let you know the nose came out a little bit dark. He told me.
Yeah, he went heavy on
I'll tell you what's a little bit dark. The canvas is a little bit dark, bro.
Nah.
I didn't know what to say. I got roasted in the and it's a great tattoo.
And it's a great joke.
It's a great tattoo. But it was a fire joke, bro. And I didn't know what. I wasn't a comedian at the time.
That's
I was just young Lance Corporal Walker trying to get tatted, bro. And I was mad as fuck. These men overcharged me.
What do you charge you for that?
Dude, I think I paid like $700 to $800. Yeah, all my tattoos that was probably 4 hours, 3 hours. It wasn't crazy. That was fast. That was fast. We did the outline and the shading.
I mean, without color, that's a little high.
It's but here's a problem. I'm a terrible businessman in certain aspects of life. So I'm not a Jew at all.
Okay,
what I
want to say?
Sorry, might have to might have to timestamp that, Jay.
I want that clipped out. I am not a Jew.
So I saw you take a chance there, and
you give me a number. No, it's for real. Because you give me a number, I'm gonna pay it. So if you tell me a certain number, and I feel like I'm being overcharged for your photo shoots, I'ma still pay you that price that we agreed to, and I'm not even ever gonna try to talk you down about it.
Yeah,
not even $10.
I have a good story about that.
Because that's your price, that's what you feel is fair.
Yeah.
That's your talent.
That's your service, man.
That's your.
I don't bargain at fucking Walmart.
If I gave somebody the time in which you asked me to do a private gig, and I tell you what my rate is.
Yeah. This is not a flea market, bro.
My rate,
your price
man.
is your price.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you're coming, like if you're being came to and asked for your service, like, and then they try to dictate, it's just like, but you came to my
boy. If your quality ain't matching what your price range is,
exactly,
we're gonna have to
you will never see me again.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
We will never do business again.
It's easy.
Your price is what it is.
Yeah,
your price is a little high. It's high. The quality of your photos are what they are, so I keep coming back.
Jacob has taken some of the nicest photos of me in my entire fight career. Like
Jacob is taking some of the nicest photos of me.
God, he pumps out so much content for Kaizen. It's unreal.
He's the
and I get to be a part of it sometimes.
I call him the not so secret weapon.
Happy to be here, dude.
Yeah, I call him my not so secret weapon.
No,
most of my Instagram page is
Tampa. Hire his ass.
No, seriously. Sorry.
Actually, I was talking to our friend Tony Salazar about this, and he, he's a jiu-jitsu black belt, and he got hired by Flow Grappling to film the fights.
Yeah, that's dope.
And it's like. He's a videographer, and he's a black belt, so it's like he knows exactly what angles he needs to be at. And you do Muay Thai, and you are a photographer and videographer, so it's like you know exactly where you need to be. You know where the light's going to be best. You know where the actual action's going to be, down to the point where like you took one still of me throwing a teep, and it was full extension, full range,
right on impact,
perfect timing.
Yeah,
there's no. You tell me, was that a still from a video or was that a picture?
That was a photo. And it's
doggy.
Like, it's interesting where it's like because
I have knee pads over there in the closet, brother. Like, if you want some, I just want to. God damn, bro! I didn't want to stop because at a certain point he's on a roll. He was good, man. Like I'm not gonna stop when he's on a roll, but good God,
no,
dude.
It's fucking impressive, dude. That's hard timing to do. When I'm shooting pictures of my friends of their fights, like it's hard for me to do, even though I fucking know full well what they're about to do.
It's hard.
The timing is difficult.
Facts. It's interesting too because like the last fight that we went to in SKC, that was like the first full card of fights that I shot just like nonstop, and it's like by like 2 or 3 is that going? Give it a little tap. Like 2 or 3 fights into it, I felt myself just watching taking my eyes off of the camera and then just watching for the initiation of and then like you kind of just like I feel like I've been around it long enough to where you just kind of like you just watch the body language and kind of like when it's about
the timing for it, you know what's about to go down,
brother. But that shows nothing else except for experience. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Because there are photographers that I've had shoot my fights before, and I can only use the walk-in. Because, because the shot. Hey, man,
just moves
no disrespect,
fast, bro.
No disrespect for AFN. I'm just fast as fuck, boy, and I'm just.
You did get some sick photos from that.
Oh, I did.
You have one where you like posturize your opponent. Is it a right? It's either right or left hand.
When I fought Blake Torchin, the photographer for that fight was phenomenal. Yes.
Was it the old white fella?
Yes, it was.
Do you remember his name?
No, but I'll get it for you. When I fought Skylar, though,
he shot me before.
He was both photographer and ref were just terrible people. Really? Yes, I'm sorry. It's fine, but it's okay, man. It's okay. Some people, again, when you see the potential in something, all it does is it raises the bar for it to be set higher. Yeah. So when these photos, they come out in 4K, just because they come out in 4K doesn't make them good.
Yeah,
true.
So
if you didn't catch them,
dude, if you don't catch my motherfucking combinations, dog, I work hard on this shit, bruh. Yeah. And when I see,
but it's just as hard, as hard as you work on like the combinations and the training, it's just as hard to be perfect on the timing.
Yeah, man. Yeah. However, I
was gonna say closing the shutter,
expectations.
Opening the shutter.
Closing the shutter.
Closing the shutter. Shit.
This is why you're not shooting photos, bro.
This is why I'm not a photographer. I'm not that type of Asian.
Hey, man, I got a couple questions for you, bro. Have you heard about Ghislaine Maxwell?
Yeah, man. I have a whole lot of questions about this. Fantastic segue.
We got to get into this. We're rolling.
Was it yesterday or the day before? Was day 1 of the trial?
They've started her trial now. Her trial now. Jacob, can you pull that up real quick on your iPad?
What is she on trial
so
for
she's not on trial for
a sketchy ass fucking piece of garbage.
Exactly. She's not on trial for being a sex offender. She's not on trial for having sex with underage people.
She was around.
From what I understand, she's on trial for the recruitment process.
She's like the groomer.
Right? She's 100% the groomer. Yeah, the groomer with the biggest titties you've ever seen, dude. Yeah.
She got some heavies?
Natch. I didn't want to take shout out Flagrant too. I want to take this lane, but yeah, man, the heavies. I just want to let you know, bro. This bitch got a body on her in her A day. Like, can we just say what everybody else is thinking? You fuck Elaine if you had to. But you would though. But you would have. In her A day, bro, are you kidding me?
I don't know, man.
You would have.
Well, in this scenario, do I know what she's doing or not?
You don't know what she's doing. You don't know what she's doing. She's just having you out to dinner, bro.
I've done a whole lot worse.
That's what I'm saying, B. Come on, man. Are you kidding me, son? Look, I'm tired of everybody shitting on her like she's this monster. There's been worse.
No,
Have
she's
you
a monster.
heard of
She's a
Harvey
monster.
Weinstein? She's a monster.
And we're not talking about young Ghislaine. Ghislaine?
I spelled her name Ghislaine.
I think it's Ghislaine Maxwell.
I also, when I searched it, I just searched Maxwell trial. I was not even going to take a stab.
Don't even try to spell
Also,
it, dude.
What's she on trial for?
So
Jacob?
she has two different. The Mann Act charges, which is like, all right. So between 1994 and 1997, persuaded an underage girl to travel from Florida to New York with the intention of having her engage in sexual activity with Epstein. And then,
so she chauffeured this young girl. How old?
The driver.
Does it say how old?
Just underage.
She drove her?
No. Wait,
then,
she drove her?
I probably flew.
Yeah, I was about to say, come on, this is the
They're
richest
above
of rich.
planes.
You know what's crazy? It's like
I don't see her buying her an Uber.
She also
That shit's
gave
evil, bro.
a unsolicited massage to other minor girl who flew with them, and then onto the.
That was their
this is
MO.
all
Yeah.
allegedly.
that was their
by
MO.
the way.
They would hire these girls as massage artists.
Allegedly. This is all
massage
alleged.
therapists.
We're not even at the sex trafficking. So let's get into the meat and potatoes. Prosecutors also say that Maxwell, beginning in 2001, recruited one of the 4 alleged victims to engage in sex acts with Epstein and provided her with hundreds of dollars in hundreds after massaging Epstein, knowing she was a minor. Maxwell sent gifts including lingerie from New York addressed to the girl's house in Florida. These allegations, transporting anyone.
She didn't even drive them. She dressed them.
She dressed them, bruh.
That's a different type of
You know how
evil,
crazy
man.
you got to be to know the size?
Or that she's either the most evil mentor or she's the best wingman.
Dude, she's the best wingman you've ever heard of in your entire existence. Could you know how ride or die you have to be to still hold it down for your man after he dies?
Yeah.
This nigga Jeffrey been dead for over a year.
Yeah, I heard he hung
Almost
himself.
2 years. That's what
2019?
they're saying. Word on the street is that he hung himself. But I'm just saying, she's still riding. Look,
I'm
you
unclear
can
on
hate on her
on
all
their
you want,
relationship.
and
Were they together?
Oh, yeah.
They were
married, yeah.
Oh. And she just like set him up.
I
for
mean,
everything?
bottom
His
bitch
wife.
type deal. That's his bottom bitch. So she's the one who keeps everybody else in line.
That's some real Joker
No,
shit.
for
right
real.
there.
That's iceberg slim type shit.
That's right.
For real. Y'all like how I put that together? No
Yes, I
stuttering. I figured it
Took
out.
you
I
a
put
second,
my
but I
words
was
together,
waiting.
but I did
I was
this.
patient, dude.
There
I
was
was
a
good.
I
glitch
knew
on
where
the
you were
record,
going
but I
with it.
did
I
that.
knew where you were going
boy.
with it. As soon as you
That's
said bottom bitch.
iceberg slim type shit, homie. For real. That's his
I waited.
bottom bitch.
Yeah.
Yes. She was look, say what you want, Jeffrey. Know how to pick him. Jeffrey know how to pick him. You know how many we're getting there. We're getting
Oh, wait. I guess. Yeah. All right.
Come
Let's
on,
let him
dog.
get
A
this point
lesser.
across before he goes to jail.
Oh yes, a lesser bitch. 100%. They're gonna come for me at some point, and I can tell you this is not gonna help my case. A lesser bitch would have. Is it still appropriate to call women bitches? I'm gonna just keep going with it.
Are they a bitch?
I mean, she's a bitch. Ghislaine Maxwell is a bitch.
I don't think anyone's arguing.
Ghislaine Maxwell's a bitch.
Non-bitchiness.
A lesser
of,
bitch would have snitched by now.
Ghislaine.
A lesser
That's
bitch would have
true.
rode
That
out
is
for
true.
her. A
That is
lesser
true.
bitch would have flipped. A lesser bitch would have been talking to attorneys, and you would have been going for a plea deal right now.
Yeah, I don't know, dog.
Are you kidding me? She's fighting for her fucking life.
I think they had a weird, very specific type of relationship. And
Is Ghislaine the best wingman of all time? Of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time. Her life is on the line, son.
Hey, you know what's
if
weird?
she is found guilty, she's going to jail.
Hey, and I
Prison.
fact checked this
For
because
sure.
there was a pretty viral tweet going around about all these like crazy CEO
Is that
resignations. Yeah. So some of them were fake, but some of the real ones were the Twitter CEO and the Walmart CFO both resigned day one
Really?
of the trial. Yeah. And I don't know if those are
Hey, man,
coincidences.
shit's cooking.
But that's fucking weird as shit, dude.
Look.
Where they're like, I'm going to step down before I get in any trouble.
She's
I'm
not
going to sell all my stocks until I get in trouble.
If she had any intentions of going for a plea, they would have came out with that. If she wanted to make a deal, if she was looking to save her face, she wouldn't be on trial pleading not guilty to this shit. They'd take a plea, she'd do the time, she'd snitch on whoever she needed to snitch to, she would go in WITSEC, and it would be fine.
It's
They'd
so
take
weird
down
to
the
just
big
be like,
dogs.
I'm going to buy my own island and do whatever the fuck I
When you
want
don't
there.
take the plea,
Yeah.
when you don't take the plea and you go on trial and you're like, I'm going to fight this, Everybody around you needs to start looking out for themselves at that point in time.
Yeah.
So Twitter,
people start scrambling
CEO,
hard.
Walmart, CFO. I saw these things earlier in the week. I didn't know if they were factual. Now I've taken enough time to realize that no, there is some truth to this.
There's not. It's not even a conspiracy at this point that they would get high level CEOs and politicians such as Bill Clinton. They would get all these people involved in their like.
They flew.
It's like post hedonistic lifestyle.
Do
like
you know him and
Bill? It's past like fucking and sucking and doing what you want. Now you're talking about like children.
Yes.
Now you're talking about not just underage, but you're talking about like children.
Yep.
That you're going so far out of your way to import like they're fucking some kind of special kinds of Japanese Wagyu steak. Like you're flying them out privately to your island to do this and that. But it's not. It's past conspiracy. Now it's like accepted like as general knowledge. That it's okay. Jake's just got his fucking ringer on.
Entire iPad on. Yeah, I let it go the first ring because I figured like a mature adult he would silence his fucking.
We gave him one, dude. We gave him one, and we didn't say anything.
He gets an iPad the size of a fucking plasma screen, and he comes in, wants to show it off to my face and my own home. He's like, "Hey man, I like your apartment, but look at my new toy."
Dude, we get it. You have an iPad Pro. We get it, dude.
His iPad's the size.
You don't have to make it go off all the time.
I don't know how to make it quiet. It's all in quiet mode. It's all in quiet.
Anyways, it's not even like a conspiracy anymore. That's what they were doing. They were they were
Also,
pulling all these people
girlfriend.
in to be like, we have video of you doing these like acts, and if you ever do something that we are not cool with, we will release it.
Two things.
It is known, dude. It is known.
Number one, do you know that Jeffrey and Bill Clinton, Slick Bill, Big Dick Bill, some might say Big Dick Bill, flew on the same flight together.
Oh yeah,
over 20 times.
Yeah, dude.
Brandon, I love you.
You think it was just casual?
We are friends,
business
homie.
trips?
We're friends.
We've flown together twice.
2 times.
Same place.
2 times.
And home.
That's it.
Yeah.
There and back.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We haven't been on 20 road trips.
We were on business.
We were on a business hung trip. Out 20 times together.
Bullshit.
I know, but I'm just
That's an exaggeration.
Allow me to make the point.
That
is
yeah, man.
The most wild shit that you can possibly do. Okay.
The problem is like that's a ton of evidence of like obviously you guys are fucking y'all are up to something, but like can they pin them on this and that?
That's the biggest question.
Do these girls have NDAs? Do these girls have settlement checks?
All right.
Are they super rich because they are adhering to these NDAs? That's what's fucking happening.
Who's enforcing the NDAs now?
I'm a betting man.
No one's enforcing it. It's just going like, if that's a good point.
An NDA an NDA only works if you have something to lose. So if you have money for them to take, is the only time an NDA is going to be severely enforceable in your life. If you sign an NDA, and this is the problem with a lot of girls in porn, they don't speak out against some of the things that might go wrong against them. Hey, I heard about it. I heard. Lisa.
Not that I would know any of their names.
If Lisa Ann is gonna say something about this, I'm gonna listen to the OG of porn. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to what the Michael Jordan of porn has to say about the industry.
Did Lisa Ann do comedy for a bit? Was she doing stand-up?
No,
I'm sorry. Stormy Winters.
Stormy Daniels. Don't do that. Don't disrespect the GOAT. But I'm just letting you know, son. I'm just letting you know. If you sign an NDA and you're in lower middle class of America, you're not. You don't have anything for them to really take. Yeah. So you're not at
if I go against, what are you gonna take from me?
The fuck are you gonna do?
What assets?
What you want from me, dog? You want my fucking studio? Take it. I mean, you're not gonna. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna make any. You're gonna spend more money taking that from me than you would actually being able to make a profit out of this case. Yeah. I guess my biggest question would be, I'm a betting man. Let's make the bet now. Is she found guilty? Or does she get off?
For sure.
Man, there's 150 plus page report from the pilot. That was like their main pilot.
That is who testified yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, it's happening today.
Yeah, it started yesterday, and it's probably.
I think it largely depends on how good like the cross examination and shit like that is, but it sounds like he's in a position where he's like trying to come clean and like wash his hands of this.
Brandon,
and I don't know how much.
It's a yes or a no. You're a betting man. Is she found guilty, or is she found innocent? This is America.
She's got so much fucking money to throw at it.
Because I want it on the record.
And she has the best defense. That's what I'm saying is it really comes down to like, how good is a prosecution? Can they fucking nail her down? Or is she going to get out on probable cause?
What do you think?
I hope, obviously, that she gets slammed.
I want the bets locked in.
Dude, I'm feeling fucking optimistic. I've had a good victory week. I've had a good
things
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, possibilities.
Dude,
miracles can happen.
My girlfriend's got fucking Christmas lights strung up on the house.
Boom.
Bro, I'm feeling
Pregnancy
good.
test on the way for you, brother.
Hopefully not. I think she does. I think they get her on a close. It'll be a split decision if there's such a thing for court trials.
Yeah,
I think they find her guilty.
Okay,
but I think she gets off on like here's my prediction. I think she gets found guilty and she gets off on like bullshit. Like she'll get the Martha Stewart, year or so in jail.
Okay,
out on probation. Blah blah blah. Yeah. What about you guys,
Mr. Cease?
I think no. I feel like it's too in the public now. Like everyone knows about that. Like it's just like the talking piece of like high profile cases now. For sure guilty.
For sure guilty.
I think shout out Dwayne. I got you, my man. Anything good enough for The Rock, good enough for me.
Can't shout out The Rock.
I can shout out The Rock.
He's busy.
It's my fucking show. I'm gonna shout out The Rock.
He's busy shooting fucking Netflix movies.
He's gonna
with
see
Ryan
us.
Reynolds
He's gonna see us and then sponsor us for Terramana.
What do you guys think about Gal to go?
Do I get to make a fucking bet on Ghislaine?
Go ahead. But I'll get to that.
Guy.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking dude.
What's your bet?
God, now all of a sudden I don't get the floor to make my 10-minute spiel on the bet. No, nigga, it doesn't take 10 minutes for me.
What do you think?
America.
Give me your take.
This is America and
Jesus
money
Christ.
talks. She walks.
You think she walks? Yeah.
She walks. I absolutely believe she walks.
I think that might be the most likely.
Bruh, are you? I don't trust the justice system as far enough for me to call the cops if something happens to me.
Black Lives Matter.
911 doesn't exist in my phone book. It just doesn't. I'm not against the police. I'm just saying I understand the country that we live in.
Yeah.
She ain't gonna be found guilty for shit.
Yeah, she's white and privileged and super rich.
She's white, privileged, and rich. Are you talk about the big three being money, drugs, and guns? No, it's white, privileged, and rich. I'm telling you, look, because the charges aren't what, in my opinion, would be something that they could get her on. They're all something that she could beat. And if she couldn't stand a chance at beating it, she would take a plea.
Yeah.
She would take the plea. That's the lawyers that she's able to afford. You thought
the best ones too.
OJ had a good lawyer?
Yeah.
Nigga, let me
tell you.
y'all
ever seen OJ Simpson's Twitter?
Dude, I'm on there weekly.
Hey, Twitter world, it's yours truly.
You're a murderer. Like it's yours truly. Like,
how about OJ had the audacity to be like, I'm afraid to go to California because what if I run into the real killer?
What if I run into the one who killed my wife 30 years ago?
That totally wasn't me.
Yeah, I'm just questioning. Okay, so my question for OJ is, are you afraid to go to the bathroom? Because what if you run into the one who might have killed your wife too? Are you afraid to brush your teeth in the mirror? Because when you look in the reflection, you might run into the one who killed your wife?
He's in complete dissociation. Another way.
Yeah,
like I feel like he's just got that.
Dog,
Do you think he's been telling himself the same lies for so long that he just can't like acknowledge any other reality?
Speaking of same lies for so long, what do you think about the new COVID strain coming out?
Oh shit!
The omnivore variant.
Can you please look up how to pronounce it? The new variant.
Omicron.
Dude,
hey.
Can you imagine how big CNN's fucking hard-on got when there was a new variant that was getting some traction?
Look, B, are you going to get vaccinated is my question.
I'm not sure if I'm going to get vaccinated.
Okay.
The vaccine has been readily available for a long time, and I'm a very healthy individual. I'm a professional fighter. I take care of myself.
You love love saying that.
I don't.
You motherfucker. Nobody else is gonna talk no shit about it. I will let him know. I knew him when he was an amateur.
It was gross to say.
I hate you.
It was unnecessary to say.
I'll beat the shit out you, Brett. Come over here and get beat up by an amateur,
nigga. I've been
nigga.
for a while.
Yeah, like a long time.
I've kind of been since Thailand in like 2015.
Long time.
It's a loophole,
Some
baby.
would say
I can still
back in, but that's fine. It's fine. Nobody knows what it means. It's fine. If you know, you know, though. I'm not saying nothing. It's cool.
I mean, ever since I went 9-0 in Thailand, what? Did someone say that out loud? No one said that.
Nobody said you were sandbagging in America.
5 knockouts? What?
Why? Nobody would say it's wrong for a pro.
There's different levels to it. Blah blah blah. Anyways, I don't know if it makes sense for me to get it. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. Are you vax, young Jacob?
I had to get it because of international travel.
So that's the only reason why I'm getting it. And here's my issue. So if I go get this vaccine that's made by and mandated by that CDC, that same CDC who conducted that same Tuskegee experiment on my same black people. I'm just saying, you want me to go get that vaccine by them when they said that the Tuskegee experiment was
They're nice now.
Nice to whom?
How come we've never had any free healthcare? But now it's super real, but you can go to CVS, dude.
I would have got it if you charged me a couple grand for it. I would have gotten it right away. Once you put a price on it, then I'm down. When it's available to everybody.
If you would have made the vaccine a Jeep Gladiator, I would have got that shit.
Why you gonna say one of my last topics, bro? That's what. All right, fine. Let's talk about it now. Let's talk about it. I did something, folks. I did a thing. I did get a new car, bro. Listen to me. I got tired of parking.
You haven't even posted it yet.
Around the.
I'm amazed,
bruh. I got tired of parking around the corner at comedy shows and hiding my vehicle from people. I got tired of people on stage because, Brandon, here's the thing. I'm a firm believer in fake it till you make it.
Dude, these fucking degenerates you work with don't have nicer vehicles than your
they don't.
Civic.
No, they don't. But here's the problem. But when you're me,
most of them hitchhikes there.
You picked them up.
I am an anomaly. All right.
Oh my god, dude, you have a way better car than them. You're their Uber.
You share the ride.
You drove them to the fucking open mic at the back of the coffee house where no one knew there was a show going on.
Nah, man. When you're me and black people understand this, you can't. Y'all know. Y'all know. You can't. You know what I mean? You see it.
Hey, can you not wear a red shirt with a red couch right behind you?
You know you got to match. You know what I mean?
He's breaking the fourth wall like everybody hates Chris.
All right, here's the thing.
Of course I care about how I look on a certain level. Yeah. But like, I would happily ride, what is it, 2012?
Yeah.
Civic SI up to the parking lot.
I'm not gonna lie.
Skirt up.
You look like you could hop out of a 2012 Civic SI.
All right.
Nobody would look at you crazy.
Did I own practically the same car 10 years ago or 5 years ago? Yes.
Yeah, when I met you.
Did I look super comfortable? Like I belonged in it? Yes. Did I enjoy driving? Do I still drive a Honda to this day?
Yo, only Brandon would upgrade from a Honda to a Honda. And celebrate the shit too.
No, motherfucker. I went Honda, got T-boned, took the check. Infinity. Remember the Infinity?
True.
Yeah. But then I was like, I need a truck.
Gets a moped just in case he's feeling frisky. Come on now. I got tired of it. Look, I'll let y'all in on a little secret. When you're black in America, you have to set a precedence. Every time, everywhere you go,
don't think so.
Stop it. I know you don't, but most of America expects it. And if you don't, you will be considered just a nigga. And I'm more than just.
That's your own brain saying that.
Oh no, it's not.
That's your own brain
Brandon,
saying
you know where we live?
No one has ever said anything about. Did you know fucking Dylan drove a late model Honda? Like no one's ever said that.
I understand that. But
that's a respectable car.
Mm-hmm. I agree. No, but what I'm saying,
it ain't a Range Rover, and that's fine. No one gives a fuck.
What I'm saying is, if I walk into a room, any room, before I even open my mouth, the first thing that anybody notices about Dylan is that he's black. Regardless,
is he gay?
True, but regardless, gay people love me, bruh. Regardless of the fact that I might conduct myself to a respectable standard, regardless of the fact that I might uphold basic levels of human customs and courtesies, there's still constant barriers that I have to break down just because of what has happened to my people in this country. I don't get the privilege of just waking up, rolling out of bed, and going to the store in the same shit I just slept in. I will be perceived a certain way, looked at a certain way, and treated a certain way. Anytime that y'all come across me or anytime I step out of these doors, just to take my dogs for a walk, you got to be presentable, homie. 100% of the time.
That's interesting.
Brother.
Because I walk around my neighborhood looking like
I know.
I was fucking homeless.
I know, brother. I see y'all do it.
I can't believe how much I don't relate to what he's saying at all. Like,
this is real white privilege.
Yo, son.
Woo!
It's wild. So eventually you get to the point where you're doing these shows and shit like that, and I couldn't have myself holding me to the standard that I hold myself and then being ashamed to park my vehicle in front of the club.
Yeah, that being said,
nigga,
you trying to sell that Civic? Or
now that being said, hey man, you need certain things that when you want to do.
But now you got to
when you want to do the deed. When you want to do certain things that you don't want people to see you in, you can't be rolling around in the bright red Jeep.
Do the girls have a vehicle to roll around in?
Who? Yes.
Then you don't need.
Yeah.
You don't need the Civic.
Yeah, we do.
But are you gonna because you want to drive the Civic to gigs?
No, hell no.
No, he just said
he
wants to roll up.
But you're gonna drive that Gladiator to all your
He wants to roll up and be like,
you ever driven a truck before?
He wants to.
I'm learning now. Me and Wawa, we real close.
Yeah, dude.
We real close.
Dylan wants to flip the keys to a valet and be like, make sure it gets somebody close, player.
How much?
I'm so proud.
I
$75.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear.
Doggy, I hear where you're coming from, and I am so glad that you have this new vehicle because nothing feels better than like upgrading. That's a big upgrade.
I'll tell you something,
in economic status.
It didn't upgrade into the direction I wanted.
No one that I have ever known, and definitely nobody that matters at all, nobody that is worth a shit would pass any judgment based on what you're driving before. And
100%.
And if someone did say something, I would so laugh them off and be like, "What the fuck are you, dude?
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. I don't.
If someone's that shallow and like gross, I would immediately call them out if I heard them fucking talking shit.
That's such a red flag for me.
I'm not disagreeing with either one of you, but what I will say is when I come across those people, I won't even give you the chance. It's a political game in this game of life that we play, unfortunately.
Whoa, chill out, Tupac.
It is, brother. And sometimes a lot of young comics and young people, they don't want to play this game. And so I'm willing to do what I have to do in order to change the game. In order to change the game, I got to beat the game first. In order for me to beat the game, I got to play the game. I will not.
Are you my fucking high school baseball coach?
Nigga, all of my idols have held themselves to a certain standard in the sense that, my man.
I don't like to drink alone.
Oh, no, we're here, brother. Cheers.
I smoke.
I hold myself to the Michael K. Williams standard. I hold myself to the Bernie Mac standard. You will never see me in a way that I'm not comfortable being seen. Yeah, dude. Everything is squared away.
I want to run into him on like a laundry day, and just like fucked up hair.
It's bad, nigga.
Dylan.
Like in Crocs or something.
You got sweatpants?
You like around the corner and you just see him.
What about that standard, bro? What about the standard you're holding yourself to?
Black excellence, huh?
Do y'all think, to be honest with you, I'm wrong for that? Because I be getting on shorty for that too. If you roll with me, there's a standard, and I'm just not. So like I look down on people who go to. Thank you. I look down on people who go to the airport in pajama pants.
That's all right. I feel like that's a reasonable middle ground that you're talking about, because that shit's fucking gross.
I don't like to see it. I don't like to see people out in the neighborhood like that, brother. Nigga.
That doesn't. But it's like when you're like, people used to wear suits on planes. It's just like, okay, but we could be in the middle of suits and pajamas.
Yeah.
We don't have to be in pajamas.
I'm just a firm believer of you never know who you're gonna run into though. On the walk of my dog, I don't know who I'm gonna run into.
You never know the first impression that you could have. Like you never know, like you might have that first impression that you really want to make that day. Like I get it from that perspective.
I used to be so not snobby, but I was like, if I'm gonna travel, if I'm gonna pay to put myself on a flight, like I'm gonna wear some nice jeans, some nice shoes, blah blah blah.
Oh.
And then you travel enough, and you're like, God, I gotta go through TSA, even if it's pre-check.
Yeah.
Then I gotta sit on this flight. Then I gotta connect. So now I'm like, doggy, I'm like Adidas track pants, comfortable T-shirt and a hoodie. And then I have a hoodie in my bag in case I want to lay on it.
I did that before. I tried going to the airport.
Like looking nice?
No, I tried to go. I always go anywhere looking nice. I tried to go to the airport looking comfortable once. Really? Do-rag, sweatpants, hoodie. I got all of my bags searched. Joe Rogan. Yeah, I got every single bag searched, bruh. Yes, held till the end and searched, including myself.
I hate that much.
It's just one of those things where, to be real with you, and it's not even so much of judgment of others, homie. I bet on me. So if I'm gonna take a bet on anything, nigga, I'm not gonna rent out for shooting this podcast. I'm not gonna rent out a studio for anybody else. I will invest the money out of my own pocket and build and bet on me. If I'm gonna do this comedy shit, which most people would not have called me funny before I started doing it, I'm gonna bet on me. It's been 2 years since I've been doing stand-up. Things are going way better than I could have expected, and I'm super grateful for it. I've been driving that Honda.
It's a matter of time.
That Honda represents me getting kicked out of the military. That Honda represents me at the lowest point in my life when I was flipping rotisserie chickens at Costco. And I figured at a certain point, it's just time to have a little bit of fun. And things are going well. I don't treat myself too much ever. And, hey, man, I like that goddamn Jeep, bruh.
It's a dope Jeep,
I like the Jeep, man.
Dope Jeep.
I tell you, school shooters were back.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's school shooting season.
A school in Wisconsin got shot.
What state? What?
I got it. So I got this video. It's from Michigan. It wasn't Wisconsin. It was Michigan.
I haven't seen this.
It's 11 people shot. I believe 3 people.
What's
killed.
it? A fucking like a.
I was about to say,
like a security camera video.
So initially, when schools they get shot up now because they have assemblies for them. You got to light that again. They have assemblies for school shootings now because it's that common. They go on lockdown. And
did you guys ever have fucking?
Yeah, I had school shooter
drills. I had like red alert drills.
I had school shooter drills.
I had red alert drills.
Well, did they have that when you went to school? Because I know when you were in school, I'm not really sure if they even had.
Go ahead with your age joke, motherfucker.
I'm just letting you know because I didn't know if they.
Go ahead with your age joke, dude.
Jacob, I didn't know if they had guns when he was in school.
In 2007. Hey, fuck you. In 2007, Fletcher High School in Jacksonville.
Yo, I think Fat Joe might have just made a live action film.
Way back.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we had red alert drills where you would have to get whatever corner was like furthest from the windows. Everybody would get up in that corner, turn the lights off, lock the doors, and you would chill.
To let y'all know how old Brandon is, he was in school when Columbine happened, bro. Just know that. That's wild as fuck.
You ever seen
That's absolutely insane.
You ever seen the photo of the Columbine shooters in the back of, like, it's like a photo of a whole pep rally, and they're in the very back of the photo, going like this, and it was like a little bit.
It was like old footage.
It was a yearbook photo. It was a yearbook photo. They're in the back of it, like pointing like that.
I wonder how old I was at Columbine.
All right,
is this on like live video? Is this on like World Star?
Yes, absolutely. Everything I get my news from is World Star.
I know if it's on YouTube, I'm not going to see someone get shot.
World Star Hip Hop is the most reputable news source in all of America. Now, let me just let you know something. This video you're about to see is from the kids inside of the school while the school shooting is happening. They're on lockdown. They get a knock on the door. The person on the door claims to be police. They run out the window. They get a bad feeling. The sheriff, they're claiming to be sheriffs.
Hey, that's the fucking that's fight or flight, dude.
They run out
that's fight or flight.
They run out the window. They're going across the courtyard right now, all right? And then they run in through a different entrance. They meet the actual sheriff's department.
Oh, thank God. Amen.
Whoever was knocking on the door wasn't the sheriff's department.
Jesus Christ.
It's insane to me. It's
That's
insane
crazy.
to me. Number one, that those students had to deal with that.
Hey, this is that's perfect. And that's when you got to fucking listen to your instincts when it comes to like fight or flight. Because I have been to that level of like hair standing up on my neck. Like, I don't know if I'm being paranoid or if this is actually the right move. This actually happened to me 2 days ago. Visiting family back in Jacksonville. I was headed back to my buddy's house, him and his wife's house to crash. And this guy was tailing me tight. I mean, tight, like in a
hate that shit.
In a neighborhood
What do you do when people tail you, bro?
I'll tell you in a second. So he's tailing me tight, and we're in one of my old neighborhoods, so I know where I'm at.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy's in a hurry. Like, it's 1:30, 2 o'clock at night. Like, this guy's in a hurry. I'm gonna let him go because I'm not gonna speed up, pass, and get pulled over or whatever. But he's tailing me for a minute. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna pull over out of the way and let him pass.
Yeah.
Right. And I pull over. It's like extra parking. It's just literally off the like street that we're on. It's just empty extra parking that's there on the side of the road. And he stops behind me. And I know by the headlights in the mirror that it's not a cop car. There's no lights on. So I just reach for the piece, and I'm like, all right, what the fuck's going on right here? Like, is this motherfucker trying to get it, dude? Like, what's happening here? And in this moment, the hairs on my neck are standing up, and I can feel my heartbeat. It's like boom, 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 boom,
yeah,
boom, boom, and I'm breathing like a little bit heavier, and my heart rate is up, and I'm like, I just keep my windows up. I got super dark tint. I'm like, what the fuck is happening right now? The door doesn't open. I'm just staring at the mirror. I'm just staring at the mirror, looking like what's gonna fucking happen here. You know what I'm saying? And it must have been 15, 20 seconds that he just sat behind me. But you know how it is, feels like a fucking eternity, man.
Absolutely.
And I racked around and I was like, what is going to happen here, dude? Like, I am not comfortable in this situation. I can ride out from here, but he can follow me. He's right behind me. So what's going to happen? And I was thinking in the back of my head, I was like, if he opens the door, I'll just skirt off, you know? And then right when I get to the point of like, I'm going to fucking bail, he pulls around and dips off. For a second, I breathe a sigh of relief. I'm like, all right, I'm good. Everything's fine. And then I'm like, nah, fuck that. I want this guy's license plate. I want to know if I can get behind him. I'll know what vehicle model it is, and I'll know what license plate. And if I can get a look on his face,
absolutely. If
he pops up on like newsforjacks.com or like Duval County, like something happening in the local news, I'll be like, yeah, I know exactly. Like I could be useful here. A little bit of me is pissed off, and like my ego feels stepped on because I'm like, you were just tailing me. I was being nice to let you go around, and you're gonna pull up behind me and like be fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, man.
So they skirt off, and then I pull out behind him, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna get a fucking good look at this guy. I'm at least gonna get the license plate number.
That's
right.
How I play every situation like this.
Imagine being in a small neighborhood road. It's like maybe 30 or 35 miles an hour speed limit. I follow him as fast as I'm comfortably going. And we get up to like 80 and I pull off because he was doing a solid 90, 95 to the point where I was like, if something happens in this road, like it's going to be messy, dude. Like if someone walks their dog across or if he zigzag, like it's going to be fucking weird. So I pulled off and I bailed. But like I fucking wanted like a piece of this guy,
dude,
bad. But
what was he driving?
That's the instincts that those students had of like, no, fucking something's off, dude. Let's bail. Like, that shit can save your life.
Absolutely.
That shit can save your life.
You gotta trust it. I deal with, because I'm on the road a bunch with comedy. You know, no bragging or anything like that. I'm a big deal. But I'm just saying that whenever I do comedy all the time and I'm on the road all the time, I'm just letting you know.
Where are you next? Plug some dates.
Tampa Improv coming up with Damon Wayans, dude. Are you kidding
me? But that's not the road. Sir. That's right down the road.
Hey, man, that's still Damon motherfucking Wayans.
You're opening for Damon Wayans or you're hosting?
That's Major Pain, bruh. That's my wife and kids, Damon Wayans, bruh. Yeah, that's been on a bucket list of me and my comedy career for a long time. But
if I deal with a lot of pictures,
come through. I deal with a lot of crazy drivers, and the number one thing I try to do after I get out of my egotistical initial reaction and want to fuck him up, I want to get behind you. Yeah. I don't want to be in front. I don't want anybody who's tailing me to still be able to tail me. I want to be in front and have the ability to tail them as opposed to you being able to tail me. Yeah. So whenever I deal with road rage and drivers or anything like that, I let you pass, man. I let you pass because, number one, it's uncomfortable dealing with headlights in my rear view. Number two, you get a lot more. I was
trying to let him pass.
Yeah, dude. Man.
There was only one lane. I couldn't get in.
First and foremost, roll with a gun on you. I am I'm a black conservative, so I deal. I prefer rolling with a firearm on me anywhere I go. Absolutely.
Man, that's the most shook I've been in a long time. And I just fought a guy with my fists last week.
That's why. Yeah, no, it's different. It's different, man.
I was more scared in this moment than fucking I've been in a long time.
Things could have gotten wrong. You could have had to kill somebody and dispose of the body. Speaking of,
no, I wouldn't have disposed of it. I would have been like, this guy came after me. And he's dead now.
You're a better man than me.
And you guys can handle this, right?
Hey,
I'm not fucking getting rid of this thing.
Hey, I ain't answering no questions to nobody. There's nobody.
Go dump it.
There's nobody, so now there's nobody to answer questions.
Okay, I was on fucking Riverside and Park Avenue in Jacksonville. Like, it could not have been a worse block to try and hide a body.
I feel you. I feel you.
It's like
street
being
cams
downtown. You know what I mean? Like there's bars right around the corner
of the courthouse of Tampa, bro.
It would have been bad.
Speaking of hiding a body, have you seen True Story on Netflix, dog?
No, I heard about this.
Okay.
I did hear about this.
Have you seen it? Ooh, watch it, boys. Watch it, man.
It's got Kevin Hart.
It is Kevin Hart and my man Blade. Wesley motherfucking Snipes, bruh. Yep. Are you? Oh, my God.
You look up to people that look just like you. Go ahead.
Bruh, Wesley was like, you got to understand, for me as a kid, before it was cool to put black people as superheroes, it was Wesley.
Yep.
Before it was popular for people and black people to be in leading roles, it was Wesley.
Yeah, you look up to people that look just like you, and you look up to people that claim the same amount of taxes.
Nigga, I'm letting you know, when it's my money, and there's one martyr for that, it's Wesley. All right? Wesley Snipes, because I remember being in middle school in computer class learning that he was going to jail. Bruh. Learning that Wesley was going to jail for tax evasion, and as a preteen,
and you're like, I'm next.
As a preteen, I was like, free Wesley. As a preteen, as a teen not knowing shit, I was like, free my man Wesley, bro. Free
as someone
Blade.
in the same age group that would have been recruited by Ghislaine Maxwell, I said free Wes.
Wes, man.
He made Blade, doggy.
That's 1, 2, and 3.
Is there a better opening scene to a movie than Blade?
Dude, is there a better series than Blade? Blade never lost his touch. The trilogy, don't me like it's that easy.
Obviously, there's better series than Blade.
Maybe
Blade's
there is.
Great.
I beg to differ, bruh. You can't name me
all right,
three
in the
movies.
same genre or other genres.
No, name me just
Underworld.
3 movies.
Underworld was way better.
Underworld series was not way better than Blade.
Wrong. You're
Dude,
so
there's
wrong.
The werewolves are coming.
We'll make a fucking Instagram poll.
Oh my God, the werewolves are coming. Someone please help me.
No, dude. It's Kate Beckinsale.
Kate Beckinsale.
Sexy as fuck, dude.
Beat up the steroided out werewolves,
That's how I know you're
dog.
gay.
Yeah,
you're so in love with Wesley Snipes. Bro. You're so in love with Wesley Snipes.
Wesley made you think this shit was real. Wesley made you think you could grow up to be the guy who whoops the cop's ass. You grow up to be the guy who's feared by the vampires. But when he did
it was like not just justified. It was like the right thing to do.
Dog, it was so, they came for him wrongly, man. Blade was so, because Marvel Cinema Studios was at a deficit in regards to even being able to stay in business. And when they made Blade, they took a gamble on doing that movie. Yeah. And Blade in the 90s sold over 1 million ticket sales. That's insane. It's this nigga Wesley is so dope. Now, he's got 2 main roles, running from the government and running up on vampires. And I'm just letting you know, he's good at both, bruh. It took them a long time to catch him. Now,
so what is his character in
finally
True Story?
His character on Netflix, True Story. It's about him playing Kevin Hart's brother. Kevin Hart is playing himself. They changed his name.
He kind of plays himself.
He's playing a comic, right?
He's playing a comic, and they deal with this after the show festivities.
Please tell me Snipes plays a vampire for some reason.
He does it better. It's a drama role, and you've never seen Wesley in this, and so you see him, and now he's Kevin Hart's brother. He's a street dude, and he's always coming to Kevin from. It's so good. It's so fun. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. I hated it while I was watching it, and then after going back and thinking about it, I was like, you know what? The writing for this shit is through the roof.
It was good.
Oh my God. Because
do you know who wrote for it?
No, I don't. You know what? I know who produced it though. Jigga had a part in producing that movie.
HOV himself?
Hove. Sean Carter. Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite JV album? JV album.
I mean, it would
shout out to my friend JV.
My favorite JV.
What's your favorite Jay-Z album?
Ooh, God, the Black Album.
The Black Album's my favorite. Mm-hmm. My personal favorite.
Black Album. You don't get a lot of these dudes today without Jay. Anyway, without saying anything that anybody else hasn't said before about me sucking Jay-Z off, dog. That nigga is.
I didn't know you were that big of a fan.
Oh, it's him and X for me, dog. Like
X gonna give it.
Man, I watched this documentary about DMX last night. I was up late trying to be mad at Shorty.
It's a weird thing to masturbate to, but go
dude,
ahead.
I know, man. They showed his last tour.
Oh shit.
From 2019.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Did you hear about when X was on tour? All right, so X
was it rough?
No.
I imagine it was rough. It was good? It went good?
Dude. So there were these videos, because I was following the most reputable news source in America, World Star Hip Hop, and Google. They had these these videos of X on stage in clubs doing shows back a couple years ago, right before COVID. And then I heard about him going into rehab while he was on tour doing these shows.
What was that? What did you go to rehab for?
He went to rehab in 2019 for drugs. Yeah, he's dealt with those type of problems his entire music career. So for him, a lot of people just kind of took his death, celebrated it when it happened, and then forgot. They never really got to see or know about that last tour that he did. He was
banging.
So
dude.
Hard. What was the movie with Steven Seagal that he did?
He did, and the fucked up part is a rapper can act. The guy is so dope. Yeah. Oh my God. And to be honest with you, it's a beautiful
You could fucking DMX it, dude. You could be an actor.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You think this isn't part of the diabolical plan to take over the world? You thought I was just here to be funny, nigga?
You could be like an action star.
You think I'm not here to make you cry?
You think you could be like a drama star or like an action star?
You think I'm not here to be the next Blade? I don't give a fuck how they wrote that script for this year. Mahershala Ali is 50, bro. You're not making a series off of him. You got to go to Young Blade.
Okay.
You think I'm not Young Blade? I have the tribal tattoos for real and everything, dog. You think I'm not Young Blade? I fight for real the same way Wesley did. You think I'm not Young Blade? You think there wasn't supposed to be a Black Panther 2? I am him. Once your boy goes to LA, it's over. I'm not there today. I'm not just there.
What are you gonna go to LA for?
I'm not just there to be funny. I'm not just here to be a comic.
You're gonna go live under a fucking bridge with the other tent huts?
Absolutely.
Yikes. Dude.
Absolutely.
How about live here in Florida where it's nice and you can do whatever the fuck you want?
Casting directors aren't flying people from Florida over to LA when they can just pay somebody in LA to be right there. It sucks, but it's the truth.
This is not good timing right now.
The timing sucks. That's why I'm here just, taking over Florida. But I'm letting you know there's 100% intention on taking over the cinema screen.
I could see you doing it, man.
What? It's the only reation why I got into
I could
this
see
game.
you playing the like literal worst girlfriend stealer. Did you guys? Oh, I almost asked you guys. Have you seen the pictures of Dylan on the beach?
Hey, Jacob.
If you guys don't know,
have seen him.
If you guys don't know, if you're only listening, surely you have to follow one or two of us.
Yeah, you should.
Or both. You should definitely follow us. Dylan Walker Comedy on Instagram.
Yep.
Brandon Waters Fights. So Dylan recently did an elaborate photo shoot.
Elaborate.
It's elaborate.
That should have been on Influencers in the Wild. Influencers in the Wild.
You should have seen the way people were looking at us, bro.
Shirtless. With jeans on the beach.
Hey, man.
But here's my favorite things, because obviously Dylan is a fucking athlete. He's a Marine.
I'm tired of this, dog. You think it's a game, bruh? Like, you think I'm just here for the pictures, dog? You think I'm only here to take shirtless pictures in my jeans on the beach? No. If you request it, I'm Candyman, bruh. Say my name and I appear, dog. I'm just letting you know, son. I'm letting you know, bruh. It is whatever, dog. Whenever you want it, bruh. Yes.
Don't. First of all, do not.
I did it.
Bounce or pecs at me,
I
bro.
did it, bruh.
Do not Terry skis me.
I did it, bruh. And I'm doing it now, all right? Because I'm tired.
Definitely not with eye contact.
I'm tired of people who won't take shirtless pictures at the beach getting mad at me for taking shirtless pictures at the beach. We go to the beach to take these shirtless pictures at the beach. Brandon, it's not spontaneous. It's planned. We planned the shit.
That's the worst part.
It was in my schedule.
We booked the shoot. We booked it. I told him I'm going to be shirtless. You think?
All right, so Dylan told you that he wanted to do a photo shoot.
These niggas keep trying me, bro.
He sent me some examples.
I did.
And I think I gave him exactly what he wanted.
I did, though.
Did he send you a Pinterest board?
I did.
Kinda.
Pretty much.
Because he's Pinterested in dicks?
Pretty much.
As Ali Wong says?
Man, look, all I'm telling you is the fact that we show up to the beach to take these pictures. There's a wedding going on.
2 weddings.
There's 2 weddings. There's 2 weddings.
How far away? How far away?
The weddings in between each other are about 30 yards. Or about whoever plays music is going to be interrupting 100%, the other wedding.
Oh, wow. Oops.
Yeah, bruh. we show up. I'm like, well, I can't just not give them something not to look at. You know what I mean? I have to provide entertainment. We're taking these pictures on the beach. There's this white couple, and I could tell it was this ugly friend third wheeling because she didn't have a man with them. And there's a kid with them. I can tell the dude who's there doesn't want to be there because he's there because the girl dragged him there to go to the beach. And they mad at me for taking pictures. They didn't say anything, but I knew they were mad because they were laughing and they kept looking over my way, bro.
Can we pull this up in post of like
dog?
Oh,
just
he's gonna
Dylan, Shirley This will be so fun.
Sure, what? There's a picture of me like this, dog. I just want you to know.
My favorite thing.
Several like that.
Son.
My favorite thing.
What's up?
First of all, was the comments, and we can definitely.
The comments were rough. The comments were rough.
We could
I
definitely pull those
expect
up.
this. I didn't expect them to be that rough.
Jacob, for real, pull the comments up.
I didn't expect them to be that rough.
While I answered it. All right, so my favorite part was the comments. My second favorite part, and I was high when I scrolled through and saw that you had those pictures out on the internet publicly, like where anyone could see it. I was very high when I saw this. My immediate
Brandon is my
thought,
biggest fan.
My immediate thought was that Jacob had to take these pictures. so
that does make me happy.
Yeah, man.
So I had such a good time.
Oh shit! You good? You good? Just throw everything.
Such a good time visualizing Jacob running you through these portraits because I know that he's a professional.
This is true.
I know that he's a professional, but I know that he wasn't sober. I know he was high too. So I know that he was like, yeah, dude. Yeah, shirt off. Yeah.
Okay, did I have to ask him, hey, you think this
I know he had to turn you towards the light.
He did.
And he had to say audible cues to be like, yeah, relax a little bit.
Flex for me one more time.
Give me a little bit more flex.
Yes.
Give me a little bit more smile.
And the fucked up part is we were there and other people were there. People were getting married. I saw the bride.
Hey, was she fine? Was she fine?
Bride was fine.
Yeah,
she
was pretty.
She was cute. On her best day, I'm not going to lie, she was cute. But I just want you to know, on the groom's best day of his life, he ain't look this good, bro. You nigga.
Oh, my Lord.
This is what he saw on the best day of his life. It's this.
Yeah.
This is me. This is what Jacob has to deal with. I'm not a hard
All right, sit down, relax, put your shirt on.
It's basically just
put your fucking couch matching shirt on.
I'm not putting my shirt because
dude.
I wanted contrast between the couch and me. That's why I didn't want to be shirtless, but I figured for the podcast, I'm willing to do anything.
All right, you're going to Bert Kreischer like opposite range.
The minute I find the joke that takes me out of my shirt on stage, boys, get ready because we going on tour.
I hope that
it's gonna start writing around that.
Never happens.
It's over, bro.
I hope that
I might just start taking my shirt off on the walk out and treat it like a walk out to
a
have somebody. I might bless the stage and seal the stage before I start doing stand up and really treat this shit the way I should.
To me, that means your material. See. But there are exceptions to the rule. Bert walks out with
Eddie Eddie did a whole special chest naked.
Eddie Murphy is you talking about delirious or raw or both? Because he had like a
raw.
Yeah.
I think on both he had jackets on.
I'm talking
no
purple
shirt.
leather. No
By the
shirt.
way, how fucking sweaty do you get with leather jackets on and no shirt on underneath?
Ask Martin Lawrence. Ask Chris Tucker.
Gross, dude.
Ask Eddie Murphy. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I'm either chest naked for real or I'm not going at all, B. Because if you go in chest naked on denim is gross. Chest naked on leather is gross.
The move is a fishnet underneath.
If I go fishnet, I go fishnet crop top. If I go fishnet, I go fishnet crop top, or I don't go at all.
Is there any other way?
Or I don't go at all.
Is there any other way?
Crop top, black fishnet crop top on gold, or I don't go at all. That's how it is. That's how it is, B. B, I think we did it, man.
We do it?
What you got coming up, man?
What's up, you guys? Brandon Waters Fights on Instagram. Brandon_Waters on Twitter. I have nothing confirmed yet, but my next fight will be hopefully in February in South Carolina on a Southeast K1 Championship. If you want to learn Muay Thai, or if you want to learn boxing, or if you want to learn gymnastics, if you want to learn tricking, I can offer you that service. We have a great facility for that. So hit me up for availability for scheduling. Shout out to my friends at All Access CBD. Great locally owned, but lab tested CBD. We have the greatest products for topicals, for Delta 8, for literally any of your CBD needs, whether for recovery. I can't recommend that enough. They've helped me through the last 5 or 6 fight camps, something like that. So shout out to All Access CBD. Big shout out, of course, Kaizen, Tampa, Vince McGinnis, black belt in Bang Muay Thai. You can come see us literally any day of the week. We do an open mats Sunday 2 to 4, and that's free for anybody to come just check out the space and get a feel for the vibe. I teach Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. Your first class is free. Also Saturday at noon. Big shout out to Fighter Cartel. They handle all of our merch. It's almost like a fundraise for local fighters. Like, we're trying to do full-on merch lines and clothing lines for individual fighters, because we know no matter what hometown you're from, whether you're from Tampa, from fucking LA, from New York, whatever, we're trying to get merch to like the people that you love so that they can celebrate you and show you off to whether it's fight night or just, you know, training at the gym or whatever. It's so cool to have like a walkout shirt and to look out from the ring or look out from the cage and see your friends, to see your family wearing your merch and they're supporting you in more ways than one. So definitely check out Fighter Cartel on Instagram and yeah, thank you guys for being here.
Jacob, what you got?
I got check out Instagram at Jacob Cease, where all my work and everything from Kaizen kind of ends up, and all the photos that I've been taking at live fights now. Shot my first full card with Brandon and Chandra up at SKC 1 in Greer. Yeah. So hopefully I should be able to be shooting a one fight of the bare knuckle Tampa card. So we'll see.
Christ.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then I should be shooting Shane's fight at the Dallas Bowl. I believe Vigilant MMA is the promotion. But yeah, check that out. Follow New Light Studios Co. too if you have a small business or anything that needs a video ad. You guys want to get a little bit more bookings, hit me up. I'll try to make that happen. But yeah.
Hell yes.
Hell yeah, bro.
Appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Dylan Walker Comedy on Instagram. I got a bunch of shows coming up, man. Let's see, where are we at right now? We're in December, right? Yeah, pretty much. So December 10th through the 13th, I'll be down in Tampa Improv. I'm coming home, baby. I will be hosting for Damon Wayans. That's the homie, brother. It's Major Pain. That is my wife and kids. He is on my bucket list of artists and headliners to
That's
host for.
Fucking crazy.
It's fucking dope, man. I'm excited. It'll be good, man. December, I'm trying to do a little bit more time editing and really spend time with the podcast, but we're rolling right through all the way into January, man. January 6th through the 9th, I will be at Side Splitters. Ooh, don't let me forget New Year's, Snappers, Comedy Club, Palm Harbor. I'll be down there with Cam. I'll be celebrating that with y'all. January 6th through the 9th, I'll be at Side Splitters. 28th through the 29th, I'll be at Snappers. That'll be one of my last time hosting there, so I want to tell you guys, come through, see your boy.
Why? Why is the last time?
I'll be stepping up to start featuring there, so it's cool, man. A little bit of a promo, dog. Come on now, son. I got some time. I got some acts. I got some jokes, man. So make sure you come see your boy. Like I said, we are Walk on Waters Podcast. Follow us Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Follow all of us on social media. Brandon Waters Fights, Jacob Cease, Dylan Walker Comedy. I love you guys.
I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much. Be good. Man. Don't do anything I want to do. Wait. We did it. All right, go ahead.